Hey, imagine this for a second. You hit play, and suddenly the wall in front of you doesn't feel like a blank surface anymore. It feels like a window into another world. That's the kind of moment you get with the Lifestudio Pop Plus. Before anything else, take a quick second to check the current price in stock. Lifestyle projectors with true 4K PRO-UHD performance, built-in Google TV, and sound by Bose don't hang around at predictable pricing for long, and you don't want to come back later wishing you jumped on it. This is for the person who feels when visuals flatline and audio feels distant. You're the one who's watched movies where detail washes out, whose games lose punch because color and contrast just aren't there, who's felt that disconnect between what you see and what you hear. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment your current setup started feeling like a barrier instead of a bridge into the story. Once you experience what real 4K clarity and immersive sound bring to your space, everything weaker starts to feel like a compromise you don't have to make anymore. Right from the first power on, it's not just bigger, it feels bigger. Deep colors and crisp detail come alive with 4K PRO-UHD precision instead of sounding like another HD upscaled attempt. Motion stays fluid. Shadows and highlights hold nuance instead of collapsing into bland tones. And the sound by Bose doesn't just fill space, it moves with the picture, so action feels anchored, not detached. Picture this: you settle in for a movie night and suddenly every scene feels layered with depth. You start a game and feel like you're inside the world instead of just staring at pixels. Think about streaming your favorite shows and actually getting the detail, contrast, and presence you always hoped for, not that watered-down version you've been used to. That's the emotional shift from tolerating visuals and mediocre sound to actually experiencing both. While you're here thinking it over, take another glance at the price. Don't let stock quirks or random price swings talk you out of something that genuinely elevates how you watch, play, and enjoy content. If a thought creeps in like, is this too much for everyday use? Here's the twist: it stops being too much the moment you realize how effortless and natural everything looks and sounds. You don't dial settings up to compensate. You just sit back and feel the difference. One unexpected payoff? Even casual content, like playlists or YouTube, feels richer and more engaging because the projector doesn't just show it, it interprets it with presence and clarity. Owning this feels different. You notice it the moment the first scene unfolds and nothing looks washed out or flat. You feel it when sound moves with purpose instead of just playing in the background. You realize this is gear built for someone who recognizes quality the moment they use it. Visuals feel rich and expansive, details feel purposeful, not muddled, motion feels smooth and confident, sound feels anchored and alive. It feels like something you're truly glad you chose. It's a lifestyle projector, not a tiny portable. It shines brightest in controlled lighting. At some point you stop circling back to weaker options. Every time you consider something less capable, your mind ends up right back here, because deep down you already know what you really want. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay and regret later. If you're ready to stop settling for washed-out visuals and distant sound and actually feel every moment you watch, play, and share, check the current pricing, lock it in, and make the move. This is the projector that matches how seriously you experience your content.